Hi everyone and welcome back to Maths and Physics with Mr. Simons. We make maths and physics simple and we get you exam ready. Today's lesson, classwork on grade 10 equations. And now we with the second variation out of the 9 variations, right? In the first video we showed you all 9 variations. Now I'm just going through them and giving you the basics classwork. Right? I would go straight to exam work, but if you don't know the classwork, then I'm going to catch you out in exams. Right, so solve for x by taking out a common factor. Right, so there solve for x given x to the power 5 plus x to the power 4 equals 0. So if I have two terms and they're separated by a plus sign, there's one of two ways we can factorize. It's either common factor or it's difference of two perfect squares. In this case, difference, there's no minus sign. I have two terms, so I have to look for common factor. So the smallest exponential value of x that can go in both of them in this case is x to the power 4. So when I say I'm taking out x to the power 4 as a common factor, this becomes x to the power 5 divided by x to the power 4 plus stays x to the power 4 divided by x to the power 4. So that's what I'm doing when I take out the common factor. Now I'm applying law 2 of exponents. So if the bases are the same and I'm dividing, I subtract the exponents. So 5 minus 4 gives me 1. Therefore, I'm left with x to the power 1. Plus sign still stays positive. X to the power 4 divided by x to the power 4. Anything divided by itself will always equal 1. So therefore, I now have x to the power 4, the common factor, and in brackets I'm left with x plus 1 equals 0. This step you don't need to show, but I'm showing you what happens. The reason why I'm doing this is all the years of teaching, some learners identify the common factor, but when they take it out, they make errors. So I'm showing you how I go from here to that answer, because that's what we normally do. We expect you already know this from grade 8 and 9, and sometimes you don't. So I'm just refreshing, right? So from here, we're going to now say I have x to the power 4 times the bracket equal to 0. Using what we refer to as the zero factor law. To get this to equal 0, the left-hand side to equal the right-hand side, we can say x to the power 4 equals 0, or x plus 1 equals 0. Right there, if I say fourth root of 0, it still stays 0, so x equals 0. Here, x plus 1 equals 0. I take the positive 1 over. Remember, I'm solving for x. So I want x on its own on the left-hand side. So if I take positive 1 over, it becomes negative 1. Therefore, x equal negative 1. Right? Let's look at the second problem. So solve for x, given p to the power x equal p minus b minus px. Right? So they have x. I'm going to take the x together. Remember, I want to solve for x. So I'm always going to try to keep all my x's on the left-hand side. So minus px goes over. It becomes plus px. Here I'm left with p minus b. Right? So in blue, I can see there's a common factor, x, between p and b. So if I take out x, now px divided by x would give me p. Bx divided by x then becomes b. That side I'm left with p minus b. I want x on its own, so that's x times p plus b. So to get rid of multiplication, I'm going to use division. So that becomes p minus b divided by p plus b. And there I have solved it. Right, let's look at the next problem. So solve for x. We have 2ax minus 2ab equal 3a minus 3x. Again, because I'm solving for x, I put all my x's together. Right, so 2ax plus 3x. Minus 2ab, I take to the other side, becomes plus 2ab. So there in blue, you should be able to see that the x's are common factors. So if I take out x as a common factor, 2ax divided by x gives me 2a. 3x divided by x gives me 3. On this side there, you should see a and a is a common factor, separated by a plus sign. So if I take out a, that becomes 3a divided by a, which gives me 3. 2ab divided by a, where the a's cancel, and I'm left with 2b. Right, and to get x on its own, that means x times the bracket which has 2a plus 3. So to get rid of multiplication, I always use division. So therefore, divide by 2a plus 3 on the left hand side, and I'm left with x. Divide by 2a plus 3 on the right hand side, and that simply becomes a. 3 plus 2b divided by 2a plus 3. All right, let's look at another problem. So solve for x. 2x plus b equal 4bx minus 2b squared. Right, what's our objective? We want to solve for x. So always put your x's on the same side, on the left hand side. Do you follow what I'm saying? So you see there 2x, I brought 4bx over and it becomes negative 4bx. Take b over and I have minus 2b squared minus b. So there, take out x as a common factor, and I have 2x divided by x, which gives me 2, minus 4bx divided by x, which then leaves me with 4b. The side here, you see there's a b and a b on either side of the minus sign, so I can take out b as a common factor. Because I have two negatives, I'm somewhat taking out negative b as a common factor. Right, so negative 2b squared divided by negative b, negative divided by negative gives me positive. 2b squared divided by b gives me 2b. Negative b divided by negative b, negative divided by negative is positive. B divided by b is 1. Anything divided by itself always becomes 1. There, now to simplify, alright, I can take it over. Right, that's x times. So to get rid of that multiplication, I have to use division. So that becomes x equal minus b 2b plus 1 divided by minus 4b plus 2. If I want to, I can still take out a further common factor there of negative 2. So minus 4b divided by negative 2 becomes positive 2b. But positive 2 divided by negative 2 gives me negative 1. So I couldn't make those two brackets the same to cancel it. So you could have left your answer as it appears above. I was just trying to simplify it further. Let's look at the last problem. Right, so again, solve for x. So solve for x means I'm going to put all my x's on the same side. Ax minus bx. Take negative a squared over, it becomes a squared minus b squared. Common factor there, I assume by now you can see it's x now. So if I take out x, I'm left with ax divided by x, which gives me a. Negative stays negative. Bx divided by x, which then becomes b. A squared minus b squared can be written as a minus b times a plus b. Right? So a squared is a times a. B squared is b times b. The negative can only be negative and positive. So this is from work you have done in grade 9, but in the next video we will look at this more in detail. So from there, x equal a minus b times a plus b, and to get rid of this multiplication, I'm going to use division. So I divide by a minus b. This bracket and that is the same. There's no plus or minus signs between the brackets, so I can cancel a minus b with a minus b, and I'm left with x equal a plus b. Alright, so I hope you follow. You can see I've done 5 examples. In general, if you're a student, you need to see 2 to 3 examples before you fully understand something. If you are a B or C student, you need to at least practice 5 to 6 problems to get in your head. Right, and if you're struggling to understand it after doing it 7 or 8 times with the teacher, then basically that topic is not registering in your head. So somewhere you have some mental blockage that you have to get past, or it just won't make sense to you. Right? But yeah, wish you nothing but the best. All I can tell you is in maths, with sufficient practice, we can get over and beat almost anything. All right? God bless. Bye.